Who will be the next pope? A humble reformer from Asia? A conservative voice from Africa? Or a complete surprise from the shadows? Today, we dive deep into one of the most secretive and fascinating events in the world, the election of the next pope. Let's uncover the top contenders and the shocking possibilities that might change history. First things first, how does the Catholic Church choose a new pope? It all begins with the death or resignation of the current pope. Once that happens, the papal seat becomes vacant. This period is called *sed vacanti*, Latin for the seat being vacant. During this time, no one holds the authority of the pope. A special gathering is then called the conclave. The secretive meeting brings together all cardinals under the age of 80 from around the world. They are locked inside the Sistine Chapel, cut off from the outside world. No phones, no media, no contact. Their mission: elect the new Bishop of Rome, the next leader of 1.3 billion Catholics. Voting begins. Each cardinal writes a name on a paper ballot and drops it into a chalice. If no one gets the required 2/3 majority, they vote again, and again, and again. After each round of voting, the ballots are burned. If no pope is elected, chemicals turn the smoke black. But when a new pope is chosen, white smoke rises from the chimney. Crowds in St. Peter's Square cheer. The world waits to hear the Latin words, *habemus papam, we have a pope*. Now, let's talk about what the cardinals look for in a future pope. There's no official checklist, but there are common factors that play a huge role. 1. Nationality. Will the church stay European or choose a pope from Africa, Asia, or the Americas? 2. Theological stance. Progressive or conservative, reformist or traditional. 3. Age. A younger pope means longer influence. An older one might be a transitional figure. 4. Experience. Does he have leadership experience? Has he worked in the Vatican? 5. Charisma. Can he inspire the faithful, speak to a global audience? 6. Crisis management. The next pope must deal with modern scandals, shrinking numbers, and social challenges. With that in mind, let's meet the most likely contenders. Let's begin with a favorite from within the Vatican itself, Cardinal Pietro Parolin. He's the current Secretary of State, essentially the Vatican's Prime Minister. Fluent in diplomacy, Parolin has been a key player in negotiations with China, Venezuela, and Iran. He's calm, calculated, and deeply loyal to Pope Francis's vision. A Pope Parolin would likely continue the reforms and global engagement of the current papacy. But some say he's too much of an insider. Next, we have a fan favorite from Asia, Cardinal Tagle. He's warm, humble, and known for his emotional sermons. Many call him the Asian Francis, a younger, joyful face of modern Catholicism. Born in Manila, Tagle has become a symbol of the Church in the global South. He connects with youth. He embraces dialogue with other faiths. He's also currently based in Rome, overseeing missionary work worldwide. If elected, Tagle would become the first Asian pope in over 1,000 years, and the first Filipino pope ever. From Africa, the name most often mentioned is Cardinal Peter Turkson. He's a seasoned Vatican official, respected across the Church. Turkson has long spoken out on issues like poverty, climate change, and African development. A Pope Turkson would send a powerful message about inclusivity and global leadership. He would also be the first Black Pope in modern history, something that carries deep symbolic weight. But some say his public visibility has declined in recent years. Still, don't count him out. Now here's a name rising fast, Matteo Zuppi. He's the Archbishop of Bologna and President of the Italian Bishops' Conference. He's been called the Italian Francis, a progressive voice who works with the poor, the migrants, and interfaith communities. Zuppi is close to the Sant'Egidio movement, known for peace building and charity. He's also been sent by Pope Francis as a special envoy for peace in Ukraine. That's no small sign. He's smart, pastoral, and diplomatic. Some say if the cardinals want continuity with a fresh face, Zuppi could be their man. Now, let's flip the coin. Cardinal Robert Sarah from Guinea is known for his deeply traditional, even conservative views. He's a strong critic of modern liberalism and fiercely defends traditional liturgy. For conservative Catholics, he's a hero, but for many others, He represents a sharp break from the current direction of the Church. A Papacy would likely reverse many of Pope Francis's reforms, which is exactly why some see him as a dark horse. Now it's time to get into the unpredictable, because papal elections don't always go as expected. History has proven that again and again. So what shocking outcomes might actually happen? Could lightning strike twice? Pope Francis made history as the first Latin American pope, but another candidate from the Americas could follow in his footsteps. Some names being quietly mentioned include Cardinal Odilo Scherer from Brazil, the largest Catholic country on earth; Cardinal Sean O'Malley from the United States, known for handling abuse reforms; Cardinal Daniel DiNardo, another American with deep ties in Rome. A pope from the Americas would continue the Church's shift away from its European roots. This has happened before. In 1978, the election of Karol Wojtyła, Pope John Paul II, shocked the world. He wasn't even in the top 5 predictions. The same could happen again. The Cardinals might choose someone young, unknown, but inspiring. A bishop, a diplomat, a theologian who quietly commands respect. The term for this is **** Papa da Sorpresa****, a pope from the shadows. And in a divided church, a surprise compromise might be the only answer. Traditionally, popes are older men, but what if the church wants long-term stability? They may look to someone younger, perhaps even in his 50s. A younger pope could build decades of influence. He could better connect with youth, use modern media, and lead a long-term reform agenda. Names like Cardinal Jean-Claude Holleric from Luxembourg or Cardinal Carlos Aguirre from Mexico fit that mold. And remember, John Paul II was only 58 when elected. It's not unheard of. The Church is growing fastest in Africa and Asia. That's where the faithful are young, active, and increasing. Electing a pope from those continents would recognize the Church's future. It would also be a powerful symbol of unity beyond Europe. Candidates like Turkson, Tagle, or even someone lesser known could represent a truly global shift in Catholic leadership. Despite popular belief, there is a strong traditionalist current among many cardinals. They may feel Pope Francis has gone too far. Too much reform, too much ambiguity, too much openness. A conservative pope could reinstate older liturgies, refocus on doctrinal clarity, and challenge modern cultural trends more directly. Figures like Cardinal Sarah or others with a similar mindset could lead that shift. Will it happen? That depends on how divided the conclave is and who emerges as the unifier. No matter who is elected, the next pope faces massive challenges. Rebuilding trust. After abuse scandals, many Catholics feel betrayed. Modern culture wars, gender, sexuality, women's roles, and more. Falling church attendance, especially in the West. Global politics, war, climate change, and refugee crises. Internal divisions between conservatives and progressives inside the Church. He will need to be both a spiritual shepherd and a strategic, global leader. That's a heavy crown to wear, even if it's just a white skullcap. So who will it be? The diplomat from Italy? The reformer from Asia? The traditionalist from Africa? Or a name none of us even know yet? The next pope could shape the Church for decades to come, and possibly reshape global history. But one thing's for sure, when the white smoke rises again, the world will be watching. Now it's your turn. Who do you think should be the next pope? What qualities matter most to you in a spiritual leader? Let us know in the comments. And don't forget to subscribe for more deep dives into history, faith, and the future.